4 nuts that may quietly damage your heart, interfere with your medications, and speed up memory decline, and 4 nuts that can do the exact opposite if you're over 60. For years, we were told nuts were always healthy, natural, heart-friendly, a smart snack. But the truth isn't that simple. And if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this matters far more than most people realize. Because some of the most common nuts, the ones sitting in your pantry right now, have been shown to trigger silent inflammation. Silent but persistent, the kind you don't feel right away, until it shows up as stiff joints, rising blood pressure, fatigue, or medications that don't seem to work like they used to. And here's the part almost no one tells seniors: most doctors never mention it. No warning label explains it. And nearly every older adult in America keeps eating these nuts, thinking they're helping their health. But there's good news. There are also 4 other nuts, gentle, nutrient-dense, and surprisingly powerful, that can support heart health, protect your brain, and help your body respond better as you age. If you've ever felt like your body just doesn't bounce back anymore, or you're doing everything right but still don't feel your best, you're not imagining it. We hear this every day from seniors just like you. So stay with this video, because knowing which 4 nuts to avoid and which 4 to add could make a real difference in how you feel moving forward. And if any of this sounds familiar, feel free to comment me too. I read every message and I respond with guidance tailored for you. Now let's start with the nuts you should stop eating before they quietly work against your health. 4. Almond. As we age, keeping our bones strong becomes more important than ever. That is where almonds truly stand out. These small, crunchy nuts are packed with calcium and vitamin E2 nutrients that play a major role in helping bones stay strong. 1 cup of almonds contains about 97 milligrams of calcium. That may not sound like much, but it can help slow bone loss that often accelerates after age 65. And since fractures can seriously affect independence later in life, protecting bone strength is critical. But almonds are not only about calcium, they are also rich in magnesium, a mineral many older adults do not get enough of. Magnesium helps guide calcium into the bones where it belongs and helps keep it out of the arteries, where it can build up and contribute to heart problems. For seniors, keeping calcium in the right place makes a real difference. Almonds also provide healthy monounsaturated fats, the same type found in olive oil. These fats can help lower LDL or bad cholesterol, which matters even more because heart disease risk rises with age. And do not overlook digestion. Almonds provide about 3.5 grams of fiber per serving, which can be a big help because many older adults struggle with constipation. There is more. Almonds can also support brain health. Research from Tufts University suggests they may help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, a factor linked to age-related memory decline. Eating almonds regularly may help keep the mind sharper for longer. For the most benefit, eat almonds with the skin on. The skin contains flavonoids, and together with the vitamin E inside the nut, they deliver a strong antioxidant boost. If chewing whole almonds feels difficult, sliced almonds or unsweetened almond butter are easier to eat and still offer similar benefits. Bottom line, almonds are far more than a simple snack. They support bone strength, heart health, digestion, and even memory. 3. Walnuts. If you are looking for a nut that truly supports brain health, walnuts are one of the best choices, and it is not just because they look like tiny brains. There is a real reason behind the comparison. Walnuts are rich in a plant-based omega-3 fat called ALA. This nutrient helps keep brain cell membranes flexible and supports how brain cells communicate. Since those connections naturally weaken with age, ALA can make a meaningful difference. In fact, research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate about 1.5 ounces of walnuts each day for 8 weeks showed faster thinking speed and more flexible problem solving. Simply put, walnuts can help your mind stay sharper as the years go by. But the benefits do not stop there. Walnuts are also packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that can enter the brain and help calm inflammation. This may play a role in slowing the progression of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Another unique benefit is that walnuts contain melatonin, the same hormone your body produces to regulate sleep. Since melatonin levels naturally decline with age, a small handful of walnuts before bedtime may gently support better rest. And let us not forget heart health. Walnuts provide arginine, an amino acid that supports healthy blood vessel function. Combined with their polyphenols that help fight oxidative stress, walnuts may help lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of heart disease. Some studies even suggest walnuts may help certain medications work more effectively, which can be especially important for older adults taking prescriptions for blood pressure or cholesterol. To get the most benefit, store walnuts in the refrigerator. Because they are high in fat, they can become rancid if kept at room temperature. A daily serving of 7 to 9 walnut halves is a good target, and if you crack them open yourself, even better. It adds a bit of exercise for hand strength and coordination. As for the taste, some people notice a slight bitterness. Do not let that turn you away. That flavor comes from the antioxidants, and it is often a sign they are doing your body good. 2. Pistachios. Pistachios might be one of the most overlooked nuts out there, but they are especially good for seniors' heart health. These little green gems are easy to snack on and packed with benefits that become even more important with age. To start, pistachios are naturally low in sodium and high in potassium. Just one serving has about 285 milligrams of potassium, which helps your kidneys flush out excess salt. That matters because, as we get older, our bodies tend to hold on to more sodium, which can raise blood pressure and strain the heart. Pistachios help restore that balance naturally, and it does not stop there. Studies show that eating a handful of pistachios daily can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That is the top number on your blood pressure reading, and even a small drop can make a big difference for heart health. The effect has been compared to what some blood pressure medications can achieve, but without the side effects. But pistachios are not just heart-friendly. They are great for your eyes too. They are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin-2 antioxidants that help protect your vision from age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. So with every handful, you are also supporting your eyesight. Another reason seniors like pistachios is that they are easier on the teeth. If harder nuts like almonds or macadamias are tough to chew, pistachios are usually much easier. And if you buy them in the shell, you get an extra bonus. Shelling them slows you down, which helps prevent overeating and gives you a clear visual reminder of how much you have eaten. If arthritis or a weak grip makes shelling difficult, do not worry. Pistachios also come pre-shelled. Just choose unsalted or lightly salted versions to avoid extra sodium. The sweet spot is about 49 pistachios or 1 ounce a day. That is a satisfying snack that supports your heart, protects your vision, helps digestion, and is easier on your teeth. With all those benefits in a small handful, pistachios are one of the smartest nut choices you can make after 60. 1. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are one of those foods that do not get nearly enough attention, but they really should. For people over 60, these nuts deliver powerful health benefits in just a small bite. So what makes them special? One word: selenium. Selenium is a mineral that is essential for keeping your thyroid working well. And your thyroid, even though it is small, controls things like energy metabolism and even mood. As we age, the thyroid often slows down, which can lead to fatigue, weight gain, or even mild depression. That is where Brazil nuts come in. Just one nut contains more than your entire daily selenium requirement. Yes, you only need one. But selenium does not just support the thyroid. It is also a strong antioxidant that can reduce inflammation and help protect nerve cells. For older adults, that can mean added support for brain function and possibly a lower risk of memory decline over time. Brazil nuts also support heart health. Their healthy fats can help lower LDL cholesterol, and their fiber helps keep digestion moving, which is a welcome bonus for anyone dealing with constipation. Still, moderation is very important. Brazil nuts are extremely high in selenium, and too much can cause problems like nausea, hair loss, or even nerve issues. That is why experts say 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough. That is all it takes, 1 or 2 nuts to cover your selenium for the day. They are simple to snack on, easy to add to breakfast, and require no preparation. So if you are looking for a natural way to support your thyroid, brain, heart, and digestion, Brazil nuts are a small but powerful option. Just remember, with these nuts, more is not better. 1 or 2 a day is all you need. 4. Peanuts. At first glance, peanuts seem like a harmless snack. They are inexpensive, popular, and found in everything from trail mix to peanut butter. But if you are over 65, there are a few reasons peanuts may not be the best choice for your health. To start, peanuts are not really nuts. They are legumes, and that matters because peanuts are more likely to be contaminated with something called aflatoxins. These are toxins produced by mold that can grow on peanuts during storage. Over time, eating too much can harm your liver and may raise your risk of certain cancers. Here is why that is a bigger concern for older adults. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. That means aflatoxins may build up more easily, making the risk more serious for seniors. But mold is not the only issue. Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fats. Omega-6 is not bad by itself, but too much compared with omega-3 fats can promote inflammation. For anyone already dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or other inflammatory conditions, peanuts may make symptoms worse. And there is another concern. Most people do not eat plain peanuts. They eat processed peanut products. That means salted, roasted peanuts cooked in unhealthy oils, peanut butters with added sugar, or snack bars packed with additives and preservatives. Those extras can raise blood pressure, spike blood sugar, and add unwanted weight, 3 problems you want to avoid as you get older. So while an occasional serving of peanuts probably will not hurt, making them a daily habit is not the best idea, especially when there are healthier options that offer benefits without the same risks. If you are serious about protecting your liver, reducing inflammation, and avoiding unnecessary additives, it may be time to rethink peanuts as your go-to snack. 3. Cashews. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and delicious. That is why they show up in snack mixes, stir-fries, and even desserts. But for older adults, especially anyone managing blood sugar or kidney health, cashews come with some important cautions. Let us start with blood sugar. Even though cashews are often seen as a healthy nut, they are higher in carbohydrates than most others. That means they can raise blood sugar faster than you might expect. Cashews also have a relatively high glycemic index, which makes them less ideal for the nearly 1 in 4 seniors living with diabetes or prediabetes. But that is only part of the issue. Cashews also contain compounds called oxalates. These naturally occurring substances can interfere with calcium absorption and in higher amounts may contribute to kidney stones. Since older adults are already at greater risk for kidney problems, eating too many cashews could make matters worse. And it does not stop there. Most cashews on store shelves are not truly raw. They are roasted in oils and often heavily salted. That adds extra fats and sodium, which can raise cholesterol and blood pressure, putting more strain on your heart. When you add it all up, the potential blood sugar spikes, the oxalates, and the added oils and salt, it becomes clear that cashews are not the best everyday choice for seniors. Having a small amount once in a while likely will not cause major harm, but eating them daily or relying on cashew-based products may not be the wisest option. The good news is there are plenty of other nuts that offer great flavor and nutrition without these drawbacks. So before you grab a handful of cashews, consider how they may be affecting your blood sugar, your kidneys, and your heart. 2. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxury snack. They are buttery, rich, and delicious, and for many people, that is reason enough to enjoy them. But for seniors, macadamias may not be the best choice to eat on a regular basis. Here is why. Macadamias are extremely high in calories and saturated fat. Just a small handful can contain more than 200 calories, most of it coming from fat. While not all fat is harmful, the type and the amount in macadamias can cause problems when it comes to weight control and heart health. For older adults, carrying extra weight can make conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and joint pain even harder to manage. And because macadamias are so calorie dense, without being very filling, it is easy to overeat them without realizing it. There is also the fat quality to consider. Macadamias are especially high in saturated fat, the kind that can raise LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol linked to heart disease. Since the risk of cardiovascular problems increases with age, adding more saturated fat from macadamias may not be helping your heart. Then there is the texture. Macadamias are dense and very crunchy, which can be tough on sensitive teeth, crowns, or dentures. What seems like a harmless snack can turn into real discomfort or even dental trouble. Another issue is the effect on the gallbladder. Because they are so rich in fat, macadamias can overwhelm a weak or irritated gallbladder, sometimes leading to bloating, stomach pain, or flare-ups for people prone to gallstones. It is not that macadamia nuts are all bad. They do provide antioxidants and some beneficial fats, but with their heavy calorie load, higher saturated fat, and the potential for digestive or dental discomfort, they are not the best everyday nut for seniors. If you love them, it is fine to enjoy a few once in a while. Just do not make them your go-to snack when there are safer, more balanced nut options available. 1. Pine nuts. Pine nuts may seem like a fancy, harmless addition to salads or pesto, but for seniors they can come with risks that often go unnoticed. Some of these can seriously affect your health if you are not aware. One of the biggest concerns is how pine nuts may interact with medications. Many older adults take prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, arthritis, or diabetes. Some compounds in pine nuts may interfere with how your body processes certain drugs. Research suggests they may reduce the effectiveness of many commonly used medications. That means the treatments you depend on could work less effectively or cause unexpected side effects. There is also something unusual called pine nut syndrome. It sounds strange, but it is well documented. After eating pine nuts, some people develop a bitter or metallic taste in their mouth that can last for days and sometimes even weeks. For seniors, this is not just annoying. It can reduce appetite. And when eating less leads to unintentional weight loss, older adults face a higher risk of malnutrition and a weaker immune system. Another issue is oxidation. Pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which can spoil quickly when exposed to air or heat. Once oxidized, these fats may increase inflammation in the body instead of reducing it. That is the last thing you need if you are already dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or other inflammatory conditions. So while pine nuts may taste great in pesto or sprinkled over a salad, they are not always the safest choice, especially if you are on medication struggling with appetite or managing inflammation. A smart option is to skip them, or at least talk to your doctor before making them a regular part of your diet. The good news is there are plenty of other nuts that offer benefits without these hidden risks. Remember, after 60, even small choices like which nuts you keep in your pantry can make a big difference for your heart, your bones, and even your memory. Choosing the right ones can help you stay strong, sharp, and independent longer. Now I would love to hear from you. Have you noticed how certain nuts affect your body? Maybe they give you more energy, or sometimes they cause discomfort. Share your thoughts in the comments because your story might help someone else make a better choice too. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Meal Coach for more science-backed tips to stay strong and independent after 60. Remember, this aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker. With the right daily habits, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger. The choice is yours. Have a blessed day, and as always, breathe easy, my friend.